Hello everyone, this is Tinshi and we're gonna be going over some Street Fighter 5 footage of a Grand Finals tournament that happened a couple months back. This was posted January 26th, and I believe this is Mago using Karen versus Nauman using Sakura. And I decided to pick this video because I think it's a really good highlight of old school player Mago, who's been playing for more than like 15-20 years of fighting game history and experience and knowledge and so on and so forth. And then you have Nauman, who's like relatively more of a newer player from the newer generation, from like Street Fighter 4 and on. Yeah, so let's go to the video and see what we got here.
Also from Japan.
Yeah, representing Detonation Gaming here.
Champion Edition just came out. People were like kind of in a race to like figure things out at the time. Lots of tech was being posted on Twitter. So this was pretty interesting that a Sakura player got so far, but not to front on this guy. Nauman not always played Sakura. I think he also played Ken as well, but he's been stepping it up a lot with Sakura for a very long time. But I think this version was really like the kicker for her. And Karen's always been a solid option, so like Mago going with her doesn't surprise me at all, even though he's been practicing Chun-Li a lot in this version.
And away we go.
Wow, just clean out the bat. Like the opening gambits are usually pretty scary for any of the footsie characters. So like immediately crouch MK for Karen and crouch MK for Sakura are gonna be like, this is obviously gonna be a whiff punish war, right? And sometimes Karen's buttons can be a little bit more active than Sakura's can be at certain ranges, but you'll see right here a stand light kick will just like buffer against Mago moving forward. So yeah, the classic Sakura stand light kick against uppercut. Again, the stand light kick again. It's keeping him in check. Nice confirm from Mago. Get no mid screen Oki, of course.
Even seeing him complete that combo, I feel better than the last set. Like, this is looking a lot better than his Karen before. He's dropping all kinds of stuff.
Activation, gonna get the uppercut. Still life deficit here. But gonna keep
nice confirm, gets the wall carry here. Now this is really important to notice here. Nauman does something pretty interesting here. Now Mago's on the verge of getting him to the corner, and then pushes him toward again.
And I gotta say, even seeing him complete that combo, I feel better.
Goes for a jump in. Yeah, out of all those situations before, he kept doing stand light kick punish, so Mago was very focused on the ground there. That's why he got away with that jump there. And wow, what a whiff punish there. Nice by Mago.
This is looking a lot better than his Karen before. He's dropping all kinds of stuff.
Now, mind you, this all started from a low, okay? This started from a low.
Better than his Karen before. He's dropping all kinds of...
Mago tried to put some pressure here. This crouch MK starts here, and if you look at the life bar and look at the wall carry here, and you're spending a V trigger and some bar, I believe.
Here we go. Activation, gonna get the uppercut. Still life.
You got out the corner, you got a safe plus block string right after that, and they're under pressure. And Mago has to make a decision to either V reversal or EX to get her off of her, get Nauman off of him. Now, the thing is, what's important here is that you're creating all this space here, okay? Now, the corner is way further away than it was before. So activating V-trigger here was super big, especially losing like this much life and Mago being about even right now. So like it makes a lot of sense that like Nauman would go for something like this. Good conversion, get good wall carry, and Oki's pretty decent here too.
The pressure going.
Nice throw.
Look at the corner carry already from this character.
Reversal just to get some space. You are minus after that, so he goes for like a safe option after that. So if he gets hit whatever. He gets the free damage and he gets to confirm and kills the round.
Not gonna save himself.
Really smooth play by Nauman. He had really good control over with the stand light kicks earlier in the round.
You really have to respect that option. It's something that, you know, has been giving him trouble so far. The stand light kick and the crouching medium kick into the fireball.
Not ready for the jump in. Okay, there we go.
So when characters like these, where they're just really neutral based, like Sakura and like countless versions of Street Fighter, like CVS2 and Alpha 2 and you name it, just whatever version of Street Fighter, Sakura always just plays ground based buttons neutral, and Karen is the same way, right? Now you're always gonna see like these weird buffers from like absurd ranges, and especially in this game, a lot of hurt boxes extend a lot, so it's very even till 2020, and this is like the latest version of Champion Edition, where people are buffering so well. Standing R kick, always the same. See that standing strong buffer into command dash. So like when you see like these buttons being whiffed over here, there's always a follow command being behind it.
So far away, does not go for the Tenko or the X Tenko, the whip punish.
I mean, you
And this all came off of this.
Fireball.
not ready for the jump in. Okay, there we go.
Right here. Once this happens, this buffer, you're in, you're plus. Because this is on hit stun, right? Now when you buffer this command dash, it's not necessarily that you'll get a combo. It's very important that she gains a turn in neutral, which is huge. Very, very big.
Go. Ooh.
So far away, does not go for the Tenko or the X Tenko, the whip punish.
I mean, you can see Imago's definitely focusing on that stand medium punch a lot.
That's a really good button. And
Nice.
there's the low medium kick twice in a row.
Sick buffer, stun is up. And a wake up throw. And mind you, if you looked very closely,
That's a really good button. And there's the low medium kick twice in a row.
slow it down a little bit. Check this out. Look how far that throw range was. That throw range was insane. And mind you, she was over there.
There's the low medium kick twice in a row.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Yeah, quite far. Mago tried to bait something there and wasn't successful. So unfortunate there for him.
Wow, didn't walk back far enough. Uh-oh.
Put him in the throw shimmy situation again. Gets a punish.
Dances in and out. Does
Baits
not
again.
go for the fireball
Plus
yet.
gets the reversal
Yeah,
and
let that
knockdown.
reversal
Now we
fall.
got some space to work with.
Put himself in that position, have to deal with the
A lot of people forget that even at mediocre levels of Street Fighter 5, I feel like people don't tend to forget all about V-reversal just creating space.
Not cancel into the fire.
Like this is huge. Like V-reversaling them while you're in the corner is freaking huge, and people don't understand like how useful that can be. Like even if your V-reversal is quite slow, like you still should use it even though if they block it. Or if you don't get the knockdown or whatever, you're creating space. You're pushing them back. You're losing a turn, but the idea is that you're pushing them back so that they're not in their optimal ranges for their normals. So looking here, she gets a pretty decent knockdown.
Well, yeah. And yeah, I let that be reversal from Mago not to like, put himself in that position, have to deal with, frames after frames.
Yep, and he's so scared of getting hit.
And they get some
because
throw
he's
loops
got
in the
that
corner.
position
Up,
of
scared to get thrown.
Into the critical arc. Textbook. 2 throws. Goes for the third. Gets the win.
And throwing in the corner, throw looping
Up 1 game to 0 here in Grand Finals.
has been really strong
Mago has to
for a
win
very
2
long time in
sets
Street Fighter
of
5.
3 out of 5. Has to
And
send Nauman to losers before
it's
you
a
can
simple
actually
set
even
play
win.
Vortex
But
C
Nauman here is already
situation,
up 1-0.
and
Yeah, we see
that's why
right
playing
back
neutral
to
before you
just
get in the
that
corner is
look
super
right there. This
important.
is
Like
somebody
if
who's
you
trying to
don't
close a
set up
grand
good
fight.
defenses
Right,
before
like
you
see
get
this
into that
open.
situation, you'll
This
end
is
up
what I
getting
need to do.
mauled
This
just
is what
like
I need to
that,
watch out
and you'll
for.
get like
It's
these
so
really
hard to
like
calm yourself and
steamrolly
get
rounds.
yourself into that mode. It's
And
easy to
you don't
say,
want that to
okay,
happen in
I
Street
shouldn't
Fighter
do
5.
this. But
It's
to
really
actually
easy to get
implement
oppressed.
it and keep yourself like in the zone in a tournament like this is so difficult. See the rematch here. Mago trying to breathe, you see, you know, pose himself.
V skill 2 counts for better conversions in neutral, so like really huge in this for Sakura.
Fantastic so far. I love the stand light kicks. Yeah, you see the range, he's sticking it out there. And then the roundhouse after is
the random fireball that shoots up. This is a mind game that he's like setting a precedence before Mago moves forward. Now the reason why you do something like this with Sakura or any character with diagonal fireballs, which is pretty important, is you shoot it up. Now if it misses, it's totally fine, because it makes the opponent think that I should move forward, and when they do that, now they go into Sakura's optimal ranges, and that's something you may want to think about with your characters if you have an option like this.
fantastic so far. I love the stand light kicks. Yeah, you see the range, he's sticking it out there.
Again, he's at a spot where if she was to jump with this range here, she would jump right into the fireball, right? But if she moves forward and he hits a button, he's probably not going to get there in time. That's why he's doing that.
And then the roundhouse after is like
There
a
you
nice
go.
check
And back
see
to
if
close
Mago's gonna
range.
hit some button to beat it. And not canceling the crouching medium kick there, but later with the fireball, he can cancel it, and then that'll make
Nice.
Mago, you know, hit a button, get
Oof,
clipped by
crush
it.
counter.
Plus count.
All that off of a crush counter. Really good reward. So you're playing neutral. Nobody has anything yet. V triggers have to be built. You know, no resources. But
And that'll make Mago, you know, hit a button, get
immediately you almost have one bar. So even if he fails on this next situation on offense and he has to block something, he has a V reversal on deck already. So that's immediately an advantage for the crush counter, for the player that landed crush counter. Then on top of this, he has a free Oki situation right after this. So the conversion is really good. He gets the wall carry.
flip by it.
Plus counter off of the standing heavy kick.
Yeah, that V skill 2 is great for situations like that. Look at how much V gauge Sakura has built already.
Yeah, and the spacing as well.
Surprised Mago didn't confirm really well there. I think he wasn't looking for it too hard. Wow, and really risky play. Now, I'm wondering, like, here, he goes for the throw.
Push Mago towards the corner.
These type of situations are super popular in Street Fighter V, where the opponent puts themselves at -2 and they do an invincible move to gain a turn back. So, yes, it's risky, but here's the thing. He has a lot of life to give. Nauman already has V-trigger. So that could have been like the preemptive play. Like it could have been that like Nauman probably could have got started his V-trigger play from that next situation. So he took advantage of him trying to push a button there. And on top of that,
Wow.
he has him in the corner. So if he lands the EX, he has high reward because he's vulnerable to throw loops. If he gets an X confirm, he can do a lot more in the corner.
Feeling his turn.
Activation, though, these early V triggers have been really useful for Nauman
Exactly.
so
So he lands the V trigger.
Back to the throw mix up.
Oh, no.
He's gonna do 2. Yep, he did 2 again.
There's that fireball. Backs him up.
So V trigger 1 being incredibly useful here. He starts here with like 1 throw. He gets him scared. If he lands any loop, it's gonna do about like this much damage, right? So he has to block here.
Nauman so far.
So he takes the throw,
Back to the throw mix.
throws again. So this is already setting a huge roll right here. So it's either V trigger or throws, right? So when you land these 2 throws, they're equivalent to exactly 1 conversion that you would get from VT1. So good stuff on Nauman's part, and good stuff on Mago for defending it pretty well, because obviously you can't tech the throws. If you start teching throws, you're gonna end up getting shimmied.
Is he gonna do 2? Yep, he did 2 again.
Keeping him in check with the lows. Now even then, he's just blocking and not hitting him. It doesn't matter. He's still shaving life.
That fireball. Backs him up. Nauman dashes up.
He got all of that from VT1.
Low
Ooh, he didn't
flip.
confirm it.
Yeah, takes the wreck up. Pushes himself out of the corner.
I like that offense from Mago there. Very tricky.
Back in.
He's literally like 1 conversion from killing her, but not anymore because she got the health back.
Trying to find a way to get in there. Nauman with the life lead right now.
He was very thirsty to get that, and I think Nauman was reading that from earlier, because let's take a look. You can see it. Mago's a little bit too bloodthirsty,
Backs him up. Nauman dashes up. Low
Ooh, he didn't
flip.
confirm it.
right? He lands that first hit, right? But then like you can see it right here.
The wreck up. Pushes himself out of the corner.
Yeah, like Mago's kind of playing in a high momentum here, so like Nauman kind of reads it, right? So he's trying to control the situation. He doesn't want to give it, yeah, so much. He sees that like Mago has like a ton of meter here, so like Mago, like you know, Karen players or Sakura players, they're ready to like bust out with these like hit confirms. So keep that in mind when you're trying to play a footsie war at neutral.
It's so crazy because Nauman has looked so.
Nauman's awareness is really good.
So composed against everybody else, but against Nauman, he's just has these little errors. Wow.
Okay, now this looks really random, right? It looks hella random, but it's actually not. You're playing neutral. Crouch fierce anti-air. He catches him low, gets the confirm, right? Crouch jab, resets him on the backdash. He knows he doesn't have throw loop, right? If he blocks this Tatsu, look at what's happening. Now, he woke up block right there. Let's put it in slow motion. So he lands the throw, crouch jab, right? He lands the throw here in this next situation. He doesn't have anything here. He doesn't know Oki. Like, if she does her normal at this range, Tatsu is gonna win, actually. Because, like, she goes over it. So this is actually an incredibly smart move. Like, Nauman just being super aware of the Karen matchup here. Good knowledge. Look at that. He was already committing to a Tatsu as he did the hard kick, right? So it looks really random, but actually this is genius play because crouching MK would whiff at that range and standing hard kick really completely just whiffed. Then he gets counter hit out of being in a panic situation. It was like, whoa, I wasn't ready for the Tatsu. And then after that, he crush counters him. And look at the conversion he gets here. Holy moly, she did 3 fireballs in a row? Excuse me?
Against Nauman, he's just has these little errors. Wow!
1, 2, 3. Jesus Christ, that wasn't even a V trigger. He just did that, just native like 2 bars. That's a lot for what, a crush counter confirm? Crazy. Wow, what awareness from Mago there.
Oh, but speaking of hurt, this is gonna hurt as well. Spends 2 of the bars and takes Nauman all the way to the corner.
Nice.
Forward throw, but Nauman has the V trigger on deck.
Nauman too aware about Karen's Oki options.
Yeah, perhaps one more hit from Nauman. Tries to fake the throw.
No anti-air. Oh, the low medium kick.
Good call out from Mago there. You know, throughout all of this, Nauman's just been playing phenomenal. Like, just truly incredible.
Mago, stay alive. Oh no, yep, punished it.
Okay, so why does Nauman do this? Usually, again, the tension in neutral where it's like you're just constantly looking for an instant reaction to like a button, right?
Mago, stay alive.
Like he's like feeling the fire right now, like, and he's looking for a whiff punish. So sometimes this is gonna happen when you're you're hyper buffering all the time. Like you're like, oh man, like when he's gonna do it, and then you actually do it, and then you just hard commit because you're hoping that he walks into the button rather than block it, right? So he gets the block here, and that's why he gets punished.
Yep, punished. There you go. Thought that was a hit, so he had confirmed into the.
That's right, James. Ooh, crush counter. Doesn't get a full confirm.
Couple of drops. No activation. Yeah, you need the EX fireball.
Nice throw.
These players missing some of these confirms right now.
Yeah, it's worth getting all that guard damage there, as I said earlier.
Some good damage here. Now one more hit, and the critical art is going to take it for Mago. But you know what?
Go back to neutral. Very smart Mago. Just pulling back. Just play with the resources. Don't want to overextend, right? She almost has V-Trigger, so it's actually pretty scary. If he buffers one good thing. Okay, gets a back throw. Pretty even right now. Anyone's game. When you're playing a game like this, right? You must pay attention to these life totals and the timer. Timer is actually really huge, to be honest. CA versus CA, right? Anyone hit confirms into a super. The timer is your friend here, and positioning is actually number one here too. So timer and positioning. When you're playing the positioning, it's really important to know how much space you have to play neutral for how much time you have, right? So when you are doing this, you don't want to give up space, because if you do, then you have less space to work with in order for you to play neutral, right? So if your back is towards the corner, so say if Mago was over here and he had the corner in his back, you can't whiff any, but you don't have room to move back to whiff punish their buttons. So pay attention to like where you're at in the screen when you're playing a situation like this where everyone's at full resources.
Hit right now into the critical line.
The stand line kick don't cancel. Did not cancel into the critical.
Notice how Mago moved forward.
Back throw. V-trigger available now.
And now Nauman activates V-trigger. Not only is he dying, but he's near the corner. So again, positioning, really important.
Nauman activates, he's got the fireballs, can't throw him raw because of the Tenko, but
Nauman's in a bad situation. He chooses to go for a jump on a gambly button Z situation. Nice anti-air. Yeah. So again, positioning, really, really, really important.
Mago gets the crouch medium kick. He's on the board.
It was really good play from Mago. Just played really solid at the end. That dash was like a big play.
Beating so fast.
Yeah, it was such a tense match. I mean, these are two really grounded characters, so it's a lot of like nail biting back and forth.
That's right, Sajin.
Little buttons into buffers that are so important in this matchup.
Nice buffer from Mago. Now he has him in the corner. Now, again, look at what you get. The risk award is crazy good for Karen. You're playing mid-screen. All of a sudden, boom, you're in the corner. Get the throw loop on. Go to Bari from Nauman's part. Oof. Nice reversal. Keep him in the corner. Doesn't want to let him lose. But he gains the space anyway. Thank you, V-Trigger 1.
Yeah, that crouch medium kick fireball and uppercut is so good from Soccer. 2. Rolls in.
This is the power of VT1, man. VT1 just does so much. It really, like, with all the buffs that she got in this version, it makes her so much more like she literally had so much health here. Mago was like doing a great job on offense, and then bam.
Mago says, you know what? I don't want you to have your turn, but you know what? Nauman's gonna get it anyway.
Yeah, that crouch medium kick fireball and uppercut is so good from Soccer. 2.
Look at that. You get a simple confirm, and you just get the wall carry and the damage, and now he has that advantage.
Rolls in, takes the light uppercut after, working on Dizzy, but the backdash from
Wow.
Mago.
There we go. Gonna get the slide back. Gets the wait.
Ooh, almost.
Combo.
Wow.
Oh, you. Mago doesn't bite.
Okay, so
Dizzy, but the backdash.
a couple of things also to realize. When life totals are important to play around, but at the same time.
There we go. Gonna get the slide back.
Okay, Nauman's really about to lose. Next situation, he could die.
Wait.
It's scary, right? But you need to realize when you need to just get a little bit more greedy and rob a turn when they don't least expect it, which is the classic thing in Street Fighter V where it's like, I'm at advantage, but I'm gonna push more advantage and I'm gonna dash. And these are scary situations because he has low health. He didn't expect it. He may push the button wrong, and what did he do? He dashed up and he did stand a medium punch. Very, very scary. But sometimes you're gonna have to take risks like this, especially high level play, in order to get some bigger returns when you're in danger.
Dashes up. Mago doesn't.
And Mago did push the button after stand medium punch. Scary.
The bite, no cancel. He didn't go for it. The uppercut.
Wow.
He was mashing it. Oh.
He just committed to the sweep there. That was like a hard call out. He's like, man, just get away from me. I don't want to do what your normals. Now, okay, why did he pick crouching heavy kick? This is kind of another alluding point, right? Crouching MK, it wins. If he does standing hard kick, it wins. If he does a light button's supposed to win, but button priority here, heavy kick is pretty damn good option, and he's been playing neutral with him for a while now, and I think he knew it was coming. So good stuff on Mago's part. It looks like it was like, oh man, he read him. It's like, no man, he's paying attention to what buttons he's been pushing for like the past like 5 minutes.
Oh man, that down jab into EX uppercut from Nauman. I thought he was gonna take it off that, but now Mago is kind of settling in here.
Nice, good low confirm.
Yeah, even the range. Oh man,
Doesn't want to eat the pressure in the corner.
A bit better.
Really important. Just keep yourself out of the corner.
Just did it again.
Not willing to let Nauman dictate the pace.
Wow, what a confirm. Good round from Mago. Really clean. Got all his confirms. Just kept the pressure on, and you know, just stay relentless. That's how you got to be with Karen, especially with how Punk plays her, how Mago plays. Rushdown is really good with Karen, keeping the aggression on.
I think prepared himself now and looking fantastic. It's up to Nauman to make the adjustment.
The question is, hopefully Nauman doesn't start getting to his own head at this point. I think he went to character select, probably just to give himself a little bit of time. Might change a skill or a trigger or something like that.
Yeah, it's interesting. I wonder if that will be the case, given that last time we saw him go to V-trigger, but I think the fireball pressure is so useful. So yeah, locks back in with the same.
So Mago won one. Nauman won a match before that.
I want to take this here and now. Want to have that buffer space.
Nauman's been doing pretty good. Mago's adapted pretty well within that second match. You know, it looked really in Mago's favor.
A little bit more light kick maybe.
Now, what a lot of people also don't understand certain things that happen, right? So people think that just because you win a match, it means that you got this guy. When you are playing against strong players that have a lot of experience and high caliber or know high caliber play as well as they do, adaptations fly a lot, and you have to know how to keep your opponent on their toes, especially when they're a good player. Like, even though that strategy worked last game really well, you have to plan ahead for the next situation and how to mix up and be unpredictable while winning. That's also a different type of skill, to keep your win streak, to keep your opponent that just lost on their toes. So keep that in mind when you're playing a long set.
Into the buffers, a couple of more roundhouse, and I would like to see maybe even trying something like
Mago just really diligent with these lows in neutral. It feels like he's been really getting settled in here at this point. Nauman's a little bit more defensive now. Mago establishing a little bit more dominance. That's right, James.
He's trying crouching medium punch now. Something Nauman's using a
Good
little bit
tech.
more. I think buffering probably an uppercut.
The VT1 conversion, always keep that in mind.
Activation. Catches him low. He's done that so many times so far.
Not going to be able to V-reversal that and spin all of that V-trigger just like that. But that means he can build it
Mago on one bar, so even if Nauman goes on offense, he's going to have access to a V-trigger if he lands a combo. Nice anti-air. So, see the situation. VT1's been spent with Nauman, but like Mago is about to get VT1. So if Mago lands, activates his V-trigger 1, he's at severe... I'm sorry. He's at extreme advantage, and Nauman's at severe disadvantage, right? So keep in mind V-trigger activations at the beginning of the life bar and at the later parts of your life bar. Like, you have to pick and choose like how you want to play these situations. Aggressively, smart, or passively, right? So V-trigger placements on where you do them in the match are very important.
Stand like it comes out, dashes up.
Nice. They didn't check the command dash there. Okay, good confirm.
Not enough to kill. Throw will
Saving the meter for next round.
He went for the little juke as well. Okay. Now
BT1.
there's an opportunity. He has the second V trigger activated.
Missed the throw just slightly.
Mago is at
Missed the micro walk there.
point.
throws the throw. He was just not close enough.
Just let's just take a look. I wanna just show that he did a slight micro walk. Check this out. Boop. Barely missed it. Mago, that was probably like a throw and like maybe a normal away, a normal to a convert.
No crouching medium kick into the confirm. Jump over hits, not the combo.
Nice Sabari.
Little late maybe.
Oh no.
Anti-air for Mago is so much more on point.
Oh no, big damage.
Spins one bar, takes him to the corner here.
So pretty interesting selection there from Mago. He goes for,
Spins one bar.
he doesn't go for instant tenko, a hand upper, right? He goes for straight shoulder. Now why does he go for shoulder? Corner, gets him to corner quick, instead of like doing upper into like V skill 1 and then dash dash. Or this is better because look how fast.
Takes him to the
Easy. And then now he's in throw loop, so this has way better risk return. I mean yeah, reward.
corner here. Throw.
Nice confirm. Mago just in dominant fashion, just taking it out. Even I don't even know if that was an accident or not, but it doesn't matter. He was just so good that round, and like Nauman's like obviously distraught.
Reset in the combo and then reset the brackets.
That was so unnecessary. It looked
Another big thing about playing fighting games is like when you are winning a lot, you can, if you're not experienced on how to keep your winning mentality and you're keeping your strategies on the fly and keep your opponent guessing, a lot of what I see a lot of times happens is a player wins and they are not good at keeping up the clean play in order to keep the opponent annoyed enough to being lost in their flurry of options. Like I picked this, oh I lost, oh man, like I don't know what to do next. And the winning guy doesn't keep a consistency of clean play. What a lot of the times is somebody wins and they get a little bit lazy, and that happens a lot. And that's what ends up 1-1 into last game for 2 out of 3 usually.
Gonna take it to home court advantage.
So brackets reset. Bracket resets are really big in fighting game tournaments. Now I don't know how much people understand it really affects the set a lot. Now bracket resets allow for momentum shifts to completely like go out the window. Like say if the last set went really well, it may influence this set really hard and it may play a huge role, right? It may play a huge role. But there are times where a fighting game player mentally resets themselves or recomposes themselves on the reset, and that may happen, especially with a really experienced player like Mago. So if you reset on Mago or you reset on Nauman, like it, you know, my money is gonna be on like Mago having good experience on like being able to recover from that, you know. So because I've seen him play in many tournaments and like he's capable, very capable. So just keep in mind like momentum shifts and the type of opponent you're dealing with when you are resetting a finals bracket or in your local town or whatever. It's just adapting and staying on your toes and just being aware of like what strategies you've been using up until this point.
Still playing the same game from Alpha 2 apparently.
We'll chase the backdash, but yeah, Mago has been backdashing on Wake Up quite a bit.
Nice. And then goes for the throw. Nauman,
Nice overhead. Keep him at that standing light kick range.
Oh, the cross up. Short Tenko. Jump back in the corner.
Nice. Oh, man, it's just like the value of Crouch MK VT1 is just way strong. It's been literally the story of the set for Nauman. Whoa, really hard to react to. Every time. I think that's like literally what his signature has been.
Because that fireball is so useful.
Shout out to that little kid in the background. Going ham. Since Alpha 2. Nice counter confirmed. Look at the return. Didn't go for your uppercut there. Plus frames. Locking him down. Notice how diligent and safe Nauman was being. He wasn't overextending too much. He didn't want to sacrifice pressure for throw because he wanted to keep Mago under the intense pressure of round 1 being done, right? And now he's forced to make decisions. Look, just chipping away, taking the guard damage. You don't really need to do that much. Like, the idea here is to not overextend and lose your turn, and that's why he gives up a little bit of space here, just to like Mago's at a huge deficit here, so this is actually pretty smart from Nauman. Runs into the crush counter. Oh no. Get that corner. Wow, nice reset. Now, even if they block, if they get hit, you get a sick conversion or can put them in the corner. Possibly you get a nice Oki, right? But the idea is creating space to get out the corner. Super huge in this game. You really need to just do that all the time. It's really important.
Yeah, he EX uppercut last time in that position. That's why you saw Nauman block. Late throw.
No anti-air this time.
Oh,
nice.
Good confirm.
Okay, EX back.
Went for it.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Not huge damage, but he's now one more hit away.
He's about to have critical art, which means Mago, even if he builds V-Trigger, might not want to activate unless it's on hit. The throw.
Wow, what a throw. Jesus, the walk speed. Look at that.
Like that, Nauman. It's on hit. He's about to have critical art, which means Mago,
look at that.
if he builds V-Trigger, might not want to activate unless it's on hit.
Nice. He was minus, so he just walked up and went for it.
You know, Mago's been challenging his negative frame so much, and to commit to the throw there is risky, but it works out.
Mago now has to adjust because it's on a new set. He's playing a little bit of a different momentum.
Again, back to this contemplation look. Thinking so hard. What happened? What changed? How did he get all the damage that he get? What
to me, it seemed like Mago needs to try and deal with Crouch MK VT1 conversions a little bit better, because it seemed like he's got that's been his downfall in that last match.
You want to start throwing after my negative frames again and stuff. I'm going to start jabbing. I'm going to start EX uppercutting, taking risks. So we'll see if Nauman respects in those situations like he did after the EX fireball activate earlier. A lot of sweep. Mago been using that button a little bit. Man, way more buttons at the start of this from Mago.
Mago using that sweep at that distance makes it really hard to punish.
That's where you're gonna suffer for that.
Okay, now I'm getting a bit of offense going right here.
You know, you're so busy hitting these buttons, not ready for it. I like Nauman recognizing it, jumping twice already.
Hadouken.
See if Mago commits to the air at all. He's really been staying on the ground for the most part.
Oof. Yep.
Wow.
Takes him all the way to the corner. He's gonna get the
that counter hit, and that's all she wrote.
To kill.
Yeah, and in that moment too, Mago wakes up with something again, gets counter hit. He's really expecting Nauman to respect the uppercut. And now is Mago.
Now Nauman's on the offense. He's getting a bit of momentum here, adjusting his space.
Seeing that V skill 1 usage out of Mago.
Wow, what a try to go for throw there. Very gutsy. Nice. Mago in control here. Alright. How did he end up in the corner, right? Like it almost like you don't realize these slight like things that these players do that you just what happened? Like why is he getting owned all of a sudden, right? So the round starts, right? Let's put it in slow motion just to give a bit of more perspective. Now,
Cut.
when the match starts, when the round starts,
Now.
you're doing the walking, you're pacing yourself, you're looking around, you're like, okay, like I just gotta try to whip punish this guy.
Will now.
When you block a normal like that, you're losing a bit of the ground war and you're getting pushed towards the corner. Keep that in mind. That's really big. But not only will you lose ground with grounded normals, but players at high level will walk you down to the corner. He did 2 moves and now she's cornered. Okay? You gotta realize what kind of rewards your simple tools can give you to give so that you can maximize on your best potential damage, your maximum damage, your maximum reward, your best positioning, your highest resource value, right? And like he did 2 moves and a little bit of walking and he cornered him. It's crazy.
Big risk to take on the stage like this.
Seeing that V skill 1 usage out of Mago, we haven't seen that in the neutral as much.
Yeah.
Nice.
Again, as you mentioned,
Controlling the corner. Too good. Mago's been like I think like every time he's had him in the corner, he's nervous. When you see players like this do this in a high stakes tournament, and you see that they have an incredible life lead, and then they mess up a combo like that. That is usually a huge sign of nervousness, and it may not always be nervousness, but that is like, okay, chance. You gotta like turn it on right there. Like it's like, oh, he messed up and time to go in.
This will be the punish in this.
Yeah, like things like this it's huge. It's such a big thing in tournament, and it could play a role in the rest of the match where it's like it might mentally affect him because he missed his opportunity. And if you do make it count, it works 10 times more against the opponent mentally. So keep that in mind.
It's not. And he gets a jab after. Mago.
Nice tech.
Happening here?
Yeah.
This round cannot go Nauman's way. He cannot let this happen.
Tech. Uh-oh.
Oh my.
So scary. So scary.
Definitely way more work than Mago wanted
Jesus
to
Christ.
exert. Also using a lot more resources than he wants to spend as well.
And the reason why it's scary is because he has him in the corner, you know, like, and you could get throw loop. Nauman's feeling it. It's like the tension was high from last round. So. Oh, gotta watch this round again. This is pretty crazy, dude. Cross up, throw. Looks for the crush counter, gets the nice conversion. Okay, uppercut. Gets a throw again. 2 throws, 1 combo. And then the meatiest of anti-air. Oh my god. Eugh. This Kura hurts, dude. Jesus Christ. And that's mentally, it mentally hurts you. Because the round before that, he was nervous. Then Nauman capitalized really hard with a perfect air. It's tough. Tough cookie right there.
Whatever character he chooses right now, that is the character that Mago has to win with.
He's got to win Evo Japan with that character, and you can see Nauman super composed. I love the adjustment when Mago was swinging with buttons to start jumping more. When Mago was anti-airing again, he started dashing up at his face a little bit more.
Mago incredibly like
Mago, he is just
not happy about the whole situation.
To win 3 straight games here is gonna be brutal. Is Sakura gonna win Evo for Street Fighter 5?
Nauman has been looking so solid.
Nauman taking more of a diligent, slow approach rather than a more mix-up approach. What I've noticed. Nice, good air-to-air. Oh, Mago got him in the corner. This is his strong suit. He's been doing a lot of damage. That Tatsu again.
We also haven't seen a lot of Tatsu on block and uppercut from Nauman. I wonder if that's something we'll see here.
Nice.
Maybe late into the set.
create the
respect
space,
it.
of
That
course.
moment, he's respected twice in a row, the uppercut from Mago. Next time, he's got to let it rip, right?
Good trade. Oh my god.
But now Mago's ready to spend, activate the V trigger, but hasn't had the chance yet.
Nice walk-up throw.
Tries to get the hit there. Okay.
Mago was ready for that.
A lot of meter. Chooses to spend none of it because the single
Good
hit
throw.
can take it actually.
One normal away. Yeah.
Shoulder for chip.
Nice, nice, nice.
So close, like that crouching medium
Crazy,
punch.
crazy,
If that
crazy
connects there,
games.
you have to worry for Mago, but he's right out of range as he puts the round on the board.
Okay, confirm into the EX tank.
Nice Oki setup.
Worried about the range, obviously, right? Sakura walks back so far.
So Mago chose to go for something really different.
Okay, confirm.
So when you have them flying in the air, you have a lot of time to set up for a nice Oki situation, but
Into the
I'll be honest, this was not too impressive because all you get from this is an empty jump setup. Now, empty jump setups are pretty strong, but you only get so much, right? You do get a definite meaty throw or hit scenario or low, right?
EX tanko.
And you don't know what's coming, so like he chooses to block.
Worried about the range, obviously, right? Sakura walks back so far. No anti-air back throw. It's hard anti-air from that
Nice.
angle, but yeah, that's Stan light kick buffer.
Okay. Mago on the tear now.
Mago's looking great here.
Get
Anti-air
an Ooh, he chose the back throw there. Wow, the anti-air whiff.
We're gonna get an activation. Yes.
So lot interesting choices here.
clean.
Oh, he was trying to.
This is why some players will jump in this range with you. So this game has a lot of button anti-airs that if you jump at the right time, you could end up in this situation right here, was what Nauman just did, right? These are worth it. The fact that if somebody says to you that, man, why you just jump at me all the time? This game is degenerate or whatever, blah blah blah. It's like, no, because the reward is so high. Because if you miss this and he comes here and he messes you up
Respect something.
like he does here, it's good. It's worth doing because the reward is in your favor. You should do it. What's the worst that's gonna happen? You get anti-aired, you eat like what, 40 damage or 70 damage or something, and then he gets reset. Okay. Versus like this guy whiffs a button, boom, he gets a huge reward. Pretty good.
Here we go. Gets the hit. We're gonna get an activation. Yes. Here we go.
Of course he
Nice.
did it. He waited 2 times.
Nice reversal.
I'm surprised he didn't do it there.
Yeah.
Coming back from this.
Mago's that kind of guy.
He has enough resources for this. Oh my god, he means it.
Is he gonna do it? Oh, Mago committed.
That back throw.
Now, man,
Why did Mago EX there?
he's on set point.
A little bit too
Tournament
crazy.
point, EVOJAPAN point. Oh boy, the
Oh,
jumper gets the
the
uppercut.
jumping hard kick.
Great start.
Ow.
This is how you want to do it.
This is so bad. He's definitely gonna get stunned right here. So this is like the epitome of Street Fighter 5 right here. Getting stunned off of 2 scenarios.
Oh, the counter hit done.
Done. He has 2 bars.
Reset
How much
here.
is gonna spend?
No, he just takes the damage. Mago's in trouble, keeps it plus that.
It hurts, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts. It hurts.
2020 Street Fighter 5
It hurts.
champion with
That was tough. That's tough. That's tough to take in.
Mago.
And
So-
look at all the other guys coming up here to congratulate him. He is now
Like that last sequence was just like,
Oh, point.
here's the thing. The first hit was counter hit.
Oh boy, the jump, he missed the uppercut.
what a great start. This is
Okay. Then the next hit,
how you want to do it.
also counter hit. If he chose to just block or take the throw, he's in a throw loop scenario where he's near the corner, which is also scary. And Mago is just committing at that point. He's clearly either nervous or just scared. So taking the throw here was probably like worth it, but he decided to challenge. He was definitely on edge.
Oh, the counter hit done.
Done. He has 2 bars.
Reset
How much
here.
is gonna spend?
No, he just takes the.
Mind you, he just lost like 80% but he still chooses to.
Mago's in trouble, keeps it.
He uppercuts right here, like of all places. It's like you might as well just take it at that point, you know. But it's tough, man. Street Fighter 5 is really hard at high level. And, you know, good stuff to Nauman. And I really think this is a great display of strong Sakura play. Like clearly one of the best Sakuras in the game. Really strong player. And yeah, so I really like how the difference in certain situations where like Nauman's like really great at controlling pressure and learning being really good with momentum, and whereas like Mago's good with momentum, but it's more like he's more of like a paced call out reads player when it comes to certain situations. Like if you notice the sweep, the crush counter sweeps, the sweeps at long ranges, and also controlling the corner really well. But whereas Nauman is more like convert, control neutral really well, and then ride momentum kind of play. And yeah, so both players have their trades, right, that they're really good at. And yeah, this is really good finals that I thought I wanted to go over. And yeah, and that's basically it. I just wanted to talk and do some analysis on some Street Fighter. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe to the channel, and let me know if you guys want me to do some more Street Fighter analysis, or maybe some other fighting games. I wouldn't mind. I've been playing for a very long time, and I love talking about fighting games in general. So yeah, so leave your comments below, and yeah, catch you later.